What's going on? We got some new tools here from Klein. Well, that one's been out for a while. These two are new. So we're gonna go over them. I was using these today. That's a metric set. I bought them because, well, it's good to have metric stuff. So never know. But yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so what we got here is, they're both 8-piece sets, well 8-piece plus a pad. They're really nice. I was using these today actually to take off some bolts off a filter dryer housing, and they're great. Admittedly, the flex heads that I have, the gear wrench ones that I carry in my bag, were a little more utilitarian or better suited for the job at hand, but these did get the job done. We're gonna put this aside for now, but these things are great. They're brand new. Like, I was just walking through Lowe's yesterday, picked them up. They're actually $80 even a piece for each set, and with that you get 8 wrenches. For the SAE it's 5/16 to 3/4, and they're all ratcheting. 90-tooth drive. They come in this really cool black finish, which I think looks cool. Like, it's definitely different. I think there's probably other wrenches that do, but my only gripe, I guess you could say, is this part right here is very like thick compared to some other wrenches, but it overall for 80 bucks for this set. And I picked them up because I was just looking for a really nice like backup set, I guess you could say, or just like a ratcheting but flat, not because I have a flex head set that's 8 pieces that's really nice. So, and then these are going to stay in my truck too, because there are times where I need metric stuff. It's happened a few times lately. Working on an MRI chiller, I needed metric what's it called, wrenches and sockets and stuff, because apparently that brand, I guess you could say, uses metric. So they're great. I'm gonna grab my, what's it called, my gear wrench ones to just kind of show you, kind of compare them, because that's the only thing I have. That's the only other ratchets I have, or ratcheting wrenches I have, that are comparable, I guess you could say, in price. Actually, I think the gear wrench one's probably about the same. They just don't come in with this case. A little bit about these, actually. So they're made in South Korea, it says. So they're not made in China. They're made in South Korea. Honestly, out of all the Klein tools I've had, they're pretty nice. The other thing I do like about these, so they have it either painted or laser etched, I can't really tell, on here where it says off and on. Because I don't know how many times, and I'm sure I think with the gear wrench, one side's painted, one side's not, but I never committed to memory which side is which. So I really like that it says, oh, I know, oh, I'm going on, off, and I don't have to like think about it. Which is nice, especially if you're in like weird spots like sometimes I am in, or some of you automotive guys might be in. So and they all have that, even the metric ones. The metric set does have a couple skips. I don't know if that's a deal breaker, but you know, it's 8 mil. It starts at 8, goes from 8 to 19, but it skips 9 and 11. I don't really use metric that much, so I don't know how common those bolts would be, or those size bolts are for you guys, for automotive guys. But honestly, dude, these are nice. Like, for what they are, for 80 bucks, you get this nice case. Like, even to buy these to throw in your truck, they're nice. Like, it's an organized case. It's padded. It's got a little bit of padding in there, but these things are great. Definitely would tell anybody to pick these up. Apparently they're new, as of me making this on May 1st. they're not even on Klein's website. At least when I looked yesterday, they weren't on Klein's website. So that's kind of a weird thing. They are on Lowe's website, but not Klein's. So I literally cannot find. There was one other YouTuber that made a video on these, and I was gonna actually make this yesterday, but I'm like, let me use it for a day or wait until I can use it. And honestly, I like him. I'd buy him again. But let's get to comparing these to the gear wrench real quick. So these are the gear wrenches that I carry almost every day. Actually, they stay in my bag. I think I didn't grab them all, but it doesn't really matter. So, move this aside since you're metric and we're in America. So let's go with 3/4 to 3/4. So the gear wrenches, obviously a little bit bigger, but these are flex, which, you know, it's kind of why I keep them in my bag, because they have a little more utility than, say, just a straight ratchet. But I will say that, you know, it's good to have options. You know, even using these as a backup or whatever would be good. It does feel like there's a little bit, now we're getting a little too technical, but like a lot of back drag, like when I was kind of fingering them earlier. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but you know, it does move around a lot in there, or quite a bit. And it's a 90-tooth ratchet, but so does this. I mean, these, I would say this is a little less without being super scientific about it. But anyway, I just like that these are black. These, that's just, to me, that's cool. If they come out with the Flex headset, I will definitely get them. But for now, these are definitely going to be in the rotation, as it were. If not, well, we'll see. Because I don't think I'll have a problem with these. I doubt I'll break them. I mean, I'm not that hard on my tools. The closest I've got to breaking these wrenches is this, because I think I was adjusting a pump and I was like really torquing on these bolts to get it tightened up or loosened up or something, and I just haven't gotten around to trying to tighten that up. But so let's talk this thing. Now, this has been out for a little bit. It's the Klein pass-through ratchet, I guess you could say. It's really nice, honestly. I was using this today too. As you can see, it's a little dirty. So it's not brand new. It comes with this socket extension, which actually came in handy today with what I was doing. So I decided to bring this instead of my regular Milwaukee socket set, because I'm like, I bought it, might as well try it. I was using the 1/2 inch all day today, and honestly, this came in handy because I was able to, obviously, sometimes the ratcheting mechanism, you know, in some tight spots, like I can't get my arm over here, so you know, you still got a little bit of back drag. It's not super tight, but I mean, it's no snap-on ratchet, right? But you know, I was able to get what I needed to get out. And honestly, you know, with the small of a kit as this is, it's basically shallow, right? And in a sense, deep. Because you have that pass-through ability to put, you know, for a nut to go in there. And it is cool that, you know, it goes all the way up from 1/4 inch to 3/4. So, and all of them have a pass-through. So there, you even that might, I don't know if you can get a 3/4 inch bolt through there, or if you're taking off a 3/4 inch head, if a 3/4 inch bolt will go through there. I doubt that, but you know, you do have that option. I would say probably 9/16. Yeah, looking at these, yeah, you could probably 9/16 is a head or bolt, or I'm sorry, nut would be. It's the same as about 3/8, and that's probably, you might be able to sneak away with a 1/2-inch threaded rod or threaded bolt, which would be about a 5/8 head. So you could probably do that, but any bigger than that, I think they're all about the same size. So yeah, so probably I would say 3/8. But then this is without looking at their website. So I would say 3/8 thread or equivalent, I guess 15 mil would be the biggest. But you know, even then, this is a nice set. You know, you have at least a shallow and deep to an extent, or an extension. It does come with this socket or impact adapter, which I did use. I did use this today. I wasn't able to get my hand in some spots today, so I put this on my impact with a 90-degree adapter, and I was able to get it that way. So yeah, this thing saved my bacon. My one critique with this is not that it's pack out, not that it's mod box, or you know, Klein's mod box, is the 1/4-inch ratchet, the 1/4-inch socket, I guess you could say. So it's 1/4 inch, but guess what? I don't know if you could see that, but it's a bit holder as well. So it can take sockets out. It's not, this one is not pass through. So it goes that to 930 seconds, which is a weird size that they decided to include. I would have rather had a bit holder and then just a 1/4-inch socket. Honestly, that's just personal preference. But this thing's nice. I like it. This 1/2 inch got a little beat up today. You know, I was taking the bolts off with the impact and putting them on, so and you know, rubbing it around. So let's see, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's a little worn, but I did hit it with the impact focus. So, but they're nice. I honestly, you know, like it. Like I honestly don't, in you know, for what I do, and I think a lot of, you know, HVAC electricians, you know, this box is about 9 inches long. You know, what do you say? 9 by what, like 3-4 inches wide. You know, you can throw this in your bucket. Now you have a full set of sockets. It's even smaller. Like, honestly, I'm gonna keep using this as a quote-unquote daily driver for a little bit, just to see how I like the ratchet and the socket. I believe, I didn't look it up because, again, I'm unprepared, but I believe this might, it kind of feels 72 tooth. I'll look it up, but it's not bad. It's pretty heavy duty too. It's solid. It's a solid ratchet. Like, so, you know, I don't know if you could use like I guess you could say these are kind of like those Astro Nano sockets. Then they might be, I don't know. They're, you know, who knows? But I mean, that's a 9/16, and it's pretty you know, it's pretty thin with the 9/16, and honestly, I like it. I mean, you can't really hate on it for what it is. And I think these go for about $69-ish, 60 something. And for a socket set that does most of your common sizes and a pass through, I think that's a good deal. And it's impact rated. It says that on the box. I just threw away the box. So, and I was using it on my, well, 1/4 inch impact, not super heavy duty, but, and if you want to use a different size, it does have a 3/8 adapter. So that's good. You can put just regular, and mess with a, you know, you can use a random gear wrench socket. You can do that if, you know, you just want to use it as a regular ratchet. But yeah, honestly, I would pick these up if you're looking for a nice little socket set to keep in your truck. Or I don't know, I want to say they make them metric. I don't see why they wouldn't. Granted, we are in the US, or I am in the US, and you know, a lot of people, and at least automotive guys, use metric, and or other parts of the world use metric. So you can argue that all day long if you really want to, but you know, honestly, I would say pick these up. Part numbers, I couldn't tell you what it is for this. I'll put it on the screen somewhere. These ones actually have the same part number. It is 69408MG for the metrics, and then it's the same 69408G for the SAE ones. But yeah, pick these up if you can find them. They have them at Lowe's. Apparently these are a Lowe's exclusive, it seems like, because I haven't seen them anywhere on anybody else's websites. So pick them up. I think they're great to have in your truck, you know, especially since they come in this cool case. You know, throw this thing in a bucket, you know, especially if you're an HVAC electrician or a plumber, you know, throw the stuff in a bucket, you're good to go. And so I'm gonna, like I said, I'll come back and I'm gonna make a follow-up maybe in a couple months after using these pretty extensively. I know with what I do, I will probably end up using these a lot. So these probably will stay pretty new, because it is very rare that I use these. We'll see. They'll stay on the truck. If I don't use them within a couple months, they'll just end up in my toolbox here. So anyways, have a great night, guys, or day, whenever you're watching this. Be safe, you know, have a good one.